Hello Captains, it's me, TONIK TZW. It's been a while since I've played this ship, the legendary tier Vampire 2, but you can see from the results that I went out and had a pretty good game in it. However, I did get robbed, but it's new personal records for damage and XP, so we've got that to take away from the game really, haven't we? Now, this is what everybody is terming the zombie build, which is having Hector Waller on there with that legendary skill to pull back some hit points up to 30%, I think it is, and running Mimbelli to reduce incoming damage. Now, it is a bit of a meme build, but it doesn't mean to say that you can't be hit and you can't be killed. The thing to do if this ship gets close to you is to try and get away from it, because if you're far away from it, he can't heal, and then you can continue to try and kill them. But there's two destroyers in this game. One is a daring. I can't remember what the other one was. I didn't have a look at the team sheet there at the start as I was talking. But we push forward. We get the Alza spotted. We get an Awami spotted. Now, I've made the mistake before of sailing into a cap early game without my sonar running when I've got a sonar available, but that's not a mistake I'm going to make in this match. Because with our battleships spotted and with one of them pushing in, and I can see that I am located, which means there's a destroyer here, he's off there on the left, and I'm certain that he is going to be trying to squeeze in that little gap on the side to contest it. But we are going to push in that general direction. We popped a shot there at that battleship because we weren't going to be spotted. And although I do think of shooting again, the Awami is going to appear and having fired at his guns, and I've slowed down to quarter speed. I'm now covered by my rolling smoke screen, my sonar is running, and I can start to wail on this Awami. Now, there's probably going to be some chatter going across the video there, and it's the destroyer player that's across there on Charlie Cap. I think he's fairly new to playing destroyers. I did give him some advice towards the end of the video on spotting and using concealment to his advantage. He's in a Laffy, and I think he only had a level 9 commander, which really at legendary tier and tier 8 you want to be level 11 minimum with your 2 inspirations, and I'd recommend at least a legendary skill of level 2, if not running a 15-3 commander. But the Awami is burning. Everybody's trying to chip in on that one. You did see a full send go across from our Aki, who is across there on the right hand side of the map. There's a Zhao across there as well with our Laffy, but you can see this Zhao playing with the islands. He is going to be the thief in this game. That's all I will say for now. Now, I was considering pushing through this cap, but there's a Starling Rat out there, and there's also a Des Moines out there, and our friend in the Laffy there, he's having a little bit of a problem as we narrowly avoid torpedoes, and so I tell him that I'm not going to push out in front of the radar cruisers. I'm going to turn round and I'm going to come and I'm going to help him out as well, because that Aki is going to get absolutely slapped by the Yamato. The Des Moines is pushing in. The Starling Rad is there within radar range as well. And we all know that the key to survivability is avoiding things like radar, sonar, and dodgy torpedoes. But we are going to pop a shot there towards that Starling Rad. And we're not going to be shy about this Des Moines either. We're going to get a line of sight on him. I'm asking for people to shoot him, and it would be really great if they would take some shots at him, because I'm spotted. It is a Velos that was on the left-hand side of the cap. I know I didn't look at him and spot him, but he's got one salvo of torpedoes, but he's got a relatively quick reload on it, and here you can see our Aki getting absolutely pummeled into submission. But we're on the board with 38,000 damage and first blood, but this guy is getting absolutely railed, and there he goes, out for the count. I don't know what it is that is shooting at him, but it certainly is nasty. and it certainly took him back to port in a rapid fashion. Now I don't know who was shooting at him, because it looked like a cruiser, but the cruisers are on the left cap. So I'm thinking, is it the Alsace? It can't be the Rhode Island. Surely he wasn't in secondary range for the Rhode Island. But I'm pushing forward, and I'm wanting my sonar to come back. I can see the shots coming there. And it's at this time that I'm telling our friend there, Enigma Droid, that really he wants to be on the right-hand side of this gap so that he can spot through it, but and keep line of sight for the Zhao, but keep himself safe. But he's closed in a little bit too close to get his torpedoes off. And this is it. You gotta learn to play sensible. I told him if he sits there and spots, then I can get shots across the top, roll my smoke, and take care of this Alsace. We're going to torpedo half an island there, and we lose our friend in the Laffy, which wasn't great, which means that the Alsace is now going to push out towards us. Nobody has line of sight on that Alsace, and so I'm going to now use that smoke screen to kite away, open up the distance. We do land 2 torpedoes, 2 floods, and we can see that those floods are ticking. We also know there's a destroyer there, which is going to be the Daring. We're safe from radar. The Daring has sonar, but I think we're far enough away from him for that sonar to be ineffective. And our buddy the Zhao, now that he realizes he is being pushed, is turning and running for the other side of the map. But he's going to be an absolute backstabber here, because we do get spotted here. We fire our guns, we're onto the Alsace. He's already ticking with flood damage, but the Zhao is going to pick up the kill with a fire. Now, you've heard me say that what I've been trying to do is build up my stable of Kraken ships by not playing ships that I already have a Kraken in. And this is one of the ships that I don't have a Kraken in. We're only on 1 kill and 1 assist, but we've got a cap. We've got a couple of cap assists, cap defends here. We've got some fires, we've got some floods, so we got some gun and torpedo hits. Now, this Daring is out here somewhere, and I'm sure that he wants to be hunting me in my smoke. My smoke is doing a fairly good job of keeping the Zhao hidden, but my smoke screen has just run out. We've got 57 seconds. I am hard spotted. There is the Daring, and yeah, the indicator was a little bit random there, because it looked like he was much more to the right. He's going to wail on me. I'm going to wail on him. He's trying to get away, but he does take a torpedo, and he manages to get away with that one. Now, I wasn't going to risk taking a full salvo from the Yamato. I thought the Zhao might have been a little bit more rapid on the guns there, given how quickly and easily he was able to fire his guns at the Alsace, which was about to die. Now, I did say on comms that it'd be great if the Zhao would push back to B cap and defend that and try and maintain our lead, but we are now hunting down the Daring. And just before, look at this, my gun sight is all over the place for whatever reason. I could have taken care of him with a salvo a second and a half earlier than that, but we are going to hit our damage control. We've still got 23 seconds before our smokescreen comes back, and that means that we can get some damage onto this Yamato. We can try and get a fire or 2. He's pushed forward, he's lost his destroyer, there's 1 fire, we're going to keep railing on, and then we're going to slam our engines into reverse and slow down, ready for our smokescreen to cover us. And he is going to do us a massive favour by not understanding the mechanics of the game, because he is now spotted for 20 seconds because of the smoke fire penalty. We pick up a Witherer medal to go with our first blood. That is 60,000 fire damage, I think it is. But we're going to keep reeling on this Yamato, and then we're going to keep blind firing at the spot where he was, and then he does us another favour by firing his guns again and exposing himself, but we're down below, well, we're well below 1,000 hit points, but we're going to finish this guy, and I'm thinking the Zhao is going to cheese a shot here. Our rudder is out, one of our turrets is out, but we're going to pick up the kill there for kill number 3. Now, the starting rad is the guy that pushed into B cap, and I want to get as far away from him as possible because our Zhao got himself killed. And I don't have many hit points. The only ship left in the game is a Michelangelo, and he's on the other side of the map, so is no support to me, and I can't be any support to him. Because I'm sure if that Stalingrad comes round a corner and gets spotted, he would light up his radar, and it would be a very close corner, but thankfully the Michelangelo gets him spotted, and the Stalingrad goes dark, which I believe means that the Michelangelo is running a smokescreen. He's pushing forward, trying to close the distance, and that's a very, very smart move. But there are torpedoes out there, which means the destroyer is on that side of the map, and I'm thinking I potentially need to take this cap and then run as fast as my little propellers will take me away from this Stalingrad. But the secondaries are on. We're going to try and get some shots across the top here. We're going to try for the cheap shots, but the cruiser gets the kill. I've got this cap. We saw where the torpedoes came from. We can see where our indicator is pointing at, and I don't know how many hit points this Velos has got left. Now, I could do the thing where I push straight towards him and try to recover some of my hit points, but with less than 1,000 hit points to play with, quite simply, a single shell could do for me, and that would leave the Velos free to go after our Michelangelo. Now, the game for Red Team, it isn't lost, because there's still a potential that I could screw up, and the Michelangelo could get killed as well. If Torps went on the Michelangelo and he spotted me and shot me, that is an absolute clutch win for Red Team. We've seen it happen before in some of my games where it's been an absolute defeat, but we've managed to pull it back, and I don't want to give this guy the win. But knowing that the Michelangelo has very, very good hard-hitting secondaries, I'm thinking if I can push in and get one salvo on this guy, and then the Michelangelo is in range for secondaries, that we can end it. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Michelangelo tells me he's spotted. There is the Velos. That fills me with glee, seeing that he has about as many hit points as I do. Now, the Michelangelo, I don't know if that was main guns or secondaries, but the Velos, I think, might have been testing what his secondary range was. But we know where he was. We can see the smoke screen rolling out to the left-hand side. The Velos is rolling that smoke, which means that he's still moving, so we can close him down. If we do get within 5.5 kilometers, we're going to start pulling some hit points back, but he makes the mistake of firing his guns. We have got a rapid reload on this, and that is game over. Now, the title did say that I was robbed, and if you remember that Alsace and the Zhao picking up that kill, that would have been a Kraken game, and it would have been a first Kraken in the Vampire 2. But it is a new personal best with just over 141,000 damage. We take 3,324 base XP as well, which again is a new personal record on this ship. And look where our Zhao appeared with his 2 cheap kills way down there in 6th position. He did even have the audacity to chuckle down the microphone. But there we go, 21 games played, and we've not got bad stats there overall, just over 2,000 XP average. So it shows that, well, at least I think I know what I'm doing in this ship. We'll have to play it a little bit more. I hope you've enjoyed that video. Please do smash the like button, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, make a donation on the super thanks, because I've just got an £800 car bill. And until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.